Yo, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be giving you guys a Cristiano Ronaldo player review. I was supposed to do this a while ago. That's on me. My apologies. A little bit outdated here, but I know some of you CR7 fans are still going to try him out. So this review's for you. Now, I did get a chance to try out his special card in the draft. So I'm going to be comparing them, showing you guys kind of the differences and how you can get the best out of this Ronaldo. If we look at the market, it's a sad day, man. I'm a United fan, I'm a Ronaldo fan, and seeing this card at 15,000 coins, you just know it's the end of an era here. So let's go through, let's break down his card and show you his strengths and his weaknesses. Starting off with his base card here, 86 rated. You're seeing the price there, about 13 to 15,000 coins you're going to get him for. So it's very, very cheap striker. But I still think in the lower divisions, he can still be a threat for you guys. So we're going to show you what you can do here. 6'2", 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. As a base card, without looking at the left side, just looking at the player data section, right? If you look at his skills and stuff like that, definitely a good start here. You know, controlled for me is the best acceleration type this year. Skill moves, really good 5-star. You can't get better than that, of course. 4-star weak foot, I think that's not a minimum, but if you have a 4-star weak foot, you're in a very good spot there. 6'2" as well. He's definitely a very big physical player, which is definitely useful because he doesn't have the most pace. So you want something, right? You want that little bit of something to get the edge. Then we go through. I'm going to start off with his actual attributes. As you can see from the pace, really slow card. I would give him a hunter. Try to boost that as much as possible. I just think when you go up against the better defenders, the Salibas, the Van der Ven, the Van Dijk's, you're going to struggle. You really will, because he's just not fast. So I think he's a good card in the lower divisions. I think against the better players, the higher divisions, you're going to struggle. You can still potentially use him, but I don't think he's meta. I do think he will struggle. However, I found some success with him, and we'll go through how I did it. Then we go through to his shot, and this for me is the absolute clinical of Ronaldo here. You need to utilize his shot. His shot is still up there. The thing about the shot, right, is the rest of the stats are irrelevant when he's in the box. If he has his shot the way he does, he will score you goals. So as long as you get him in around the box in good positions, you can use him to get goals. Passing is actually not bad. He's actually not bad as a passer. I would recommend using him in a two-striker formation, so the passing is quite important for me. Dribbling, it's good dribbling besides his balance. Unfortunately, the balance is one of the most important parts. So it's very similar to the Haaland card I spoke about the other day. Like, you just have a very clunky player, and it's a big disadvantage. Having 77 pace and having this clunky, like 61 balance, you can't use him as a dribbler. You can't use him as, you know, prime Ronaldo from FIFA 14 where you're running down the wing. You can't use him. You have to adapt your play style and use him as a more of a big target striker that's going to, you know, get the ball in the back of the net if he gets in those positions. So you have to use him very differently. His heading accuracy is very good, as well as his strength and his overall jumping. So you can see in terms of that, you know, he's 6'2". He's got quite high jumping, 94 jumping, 87 heading accuracy. So he's definitely a threat for me in the box, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Playstyles, his first playstyle, power shot plus. I think this is a very good playstyle. I haven't used it as much as I should, but if you can get into certain areas where you do the power shot with him, he will score you a ton of goals. So that's a very nice one. I think people don't really defend the power shot too well as well, because they're normally worried about closing down the gap. So if you can find areas where you can get the power shot off, really good playstyle plus there. Then he does have the power header, and I had the same thing with Haaland. You actually do see the difference with the power header. Like, there were certain headers he made, and I was like, I didn't put a lot into it, and, like, you know, certain angles, but he actually had really good head accuracy as well. So I think it's a good aerial threat. Definitely would consider using that if you're going to have Ronaldo in your team. Flair, I think the flair is good, nothing crazy. I don't really talk too much about the flair. I don't think it's a game changer, but it's nice to have, especially with the 5-star skill moves. Trickster as well. Once again, with the skill moves, I think having the flair and the trickster, you could definitely finesse a few defenders, but again, better defenders might be more difficult. Then we have the Trivela. I think it's a great one to have outside the foot shot. Really good stuff with Ronaldo, and his long shot's still not bad. 85 long shots. Again, you can definitely make the most out of, you know, your Trivelas and the power shot plus. He does kind of have that threat outside the box, which for me is really, really important. Then we go to the acrobatic. Once again, not only does he have the heading traits, he does have the bicycle kick traits as well. So I think in the air, this guy's just a really useful card to have. Then you have the aerial. Now, this is why I see a lot of people on Twitter talking about the aerial plus. Aerial actually is quite broken with certain players. So I think he doesn't have the aerial plus, but, you know, he's got the aerial, he's got the power header, he's got 94 jumping, 87 heading accuracy, and he's 6'2". So now you can see where I'm going with how you can actually utilize this card. Then we go through to his roles. He has the advanced forward plus, and that's exactly where I would put him as the advanced forward. He's very, very good there. His AI movement is incredibly balanced with that plus. I think cards like this that aren't exactly meta, if you want to get the best out of them, I would recommend going with their plus role, because it will just make the AI perform the best with them. And you're seeing it in the gameplay now. Let's go through and break it out. So In this gameplay, you're going to see how we had Ronaldo. Now, to be honest, a lot of the games were early on divisions because this is quite old gameplay. So I'd say this is from Division 8 to about 5. And then we started to struggle a little bit in the higher divisions. Division 4 was where he started to find his weakness for me. But you're seeing it right now. As we start off, you go through, look at that. Like, just seeing this shot right here, like, look at that shot. I don't care who you're playing against, what division you're in. Like, this is more an AI thing. Like, look how good this shot was. Look, from there, in the back of the net. That's a threat he does have. So one thing I would say is long shot was unbelievable. The next thing I would say again is if you have a striker around him, you've seen the AI run right now. He's not the fastest. He's going up against Ake, so he isn't the fastest as well. But look at this run. Look at that touch into the back of the net. Unbelievable. Once again, this is lower division. This is at the start of the year. A lot of the gameplay is a little bit older, but you do get this version of Ronaldo. Now, if you go up against a Van Dijk, is this happening? Probably not. I personally wouldn't use him in anything below Division 4. I just don't think his card's good enough. But if you guys are playing friendlies, you know there's certain friendlies with caps, right? Like 85 rated caps. This is where I think Ronaldo is really going to excel, or whatever his rating is, 86. But just generally against the lower rated teams or more in like other stuff or higher divisions, I think you can get away with using him. But look at this ball. Insane ball in, right? But look at that touch. Nice control. Power shot to the far post. Excellent play there. Hold up play, 1-2 there with Nunes, goes through back of the net. So like I said, a lot of this gameplay is relatively old in terms of the start of the year, so you're seeing a little bit of a predated patch, but the gameplay still applies. I've used him since because I'm doing a player review. I want to see how he does. He really struggles against the better defenders, but against defenders that are lower rated, against, you know, Div 5 defenses, Div 6, or against in the friendlies, the One Nation Cup, for example, you know, going from Portugal, whatever it may be, if you are trying this Ronaldo card out, use him for stuff like that. Get him around the box. What I would say, my biggest advice for him, don't rely on his dribbling. Let the AI do the move. Let the AI do the work. So let me show you what I mean. This is what I mean right now. Keep the ball as long as possible without using him. Keep the ball as long as possible without using him. Get him in those positions, like right here. You see I'm not using him yet? I want the AI to control him. I want the AI to control him as soon as he's in line with the defender. As soon as he's in line with Delit, now I get him. Look at that, he goes past him, and for me, he's never going to miss from here. He has excellent shooting. He goes through, and he gets the ball in the back of the net. So right there, once again, we're not using him. As soon as we get him there, we're going to go through, we're going to shoot. Even with his left foot there, we get the rebound. Why? Because of how powerful his shot is. So if you can just use the AI, let the AI movement, especially in that advanced word plus do all the work. Even right now, you can see we're at a disadvantage. Look how bad that shot was. Terrible shot. So much power to it. It goes right to my left winger, Diaz there. So you really can make him work here. Once again, we get the ball to Nunes, and guess who's making the run? Right there, Ronaldo's making a beautiful run inwards. Fantastic touch. The ball in the back of the net. I was surprised. I really was. I didn't think this card would be good, but I used him. I was like, okay, I'm actually impressed with him. I know I've said this as well, but like, it's not his fault. But against a 200, 300,000 coin defenders, he's going to struggle. Here's what it is. He's a 20,000 coin card, 15,000 coin card. But if you can use him against the weaker defenses, if you can use him in those requirements, you know, where the ratings are a little bit lower, where, you know, the friendlies, wherever it may be, you're going to get a very, very good attacker. This is where I wouldn't use him. What I'm doing now, I was not able to do this in better divisions. It looks cool now against the lower divisions, but I was not able to use this card like this. I was not able to dribble past. I was not able to get past Van Dijk like that. I just wasn't. He would not let me. He just tackled the ball every time. So I wouldn't recommend using him in that way. However, like this, you see right now, we go with Ronaldo. Okay, again, lower division, insane stuff there. But let's go through a clip which isn't like that. So you see right now, we're not controlling him. We're letting the AI do the work. We're letting the AI do the work, and look at that. He gets in behind the defender. So when the AI is doing the work, when the AI is making those runs, I think he was an incredible player for me. Goes through, his shot was really good. His physicality was excellent. You're seeing it now. Beautiful cross in. He goes across there, uses his strength and the ball in the back. Oh, misses that one. Okay, bit awkward there. We're going to move on. And as a actual target striker, as somebody that's, you know, pairing up with a faster striker, you could definitely get away with him. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. For the coins, you know, very cheap. I think you get a good striker. I'm going to give him it's hard because it's quite cheap. I don't want to be too harsh on it, right? I'm talking about value for coins and overall player. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I'm a big Ronaldo fan. I was a bit disappointed with this card in terms of I wish it was a bit more effective in the higher divisions. It's just one of those cards, unfortunately, where the meta is behind him. He's definitely a good card. You can definitely make it work, but he's definitely not meta. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 rating. Now, I haven't tried his special card fully. I've tried him a little bit in draft here and there. Like, I think one draft I had him, but you could feel the difference. So I do want to get my hands on that special card. Let me know down below what type of card you want to see next for the next player review. Hope you guys enjoy this series as well. I'm having a lot of fun recording them. So make sure to drop a like, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.